Daniel Jones could be a fast riser up 2019 NFL draft boards if he shines during the Senior Bowl weekend game, but the Duke quarterback prospect is likely already on the New York Giants' radar. Earlier, Walter Football reported the Giants, like Jones, is one of 3 quarterback prospects in the 2019 draft class they have focused in on through the early going for the off-season process. Jones' connection to the Giants is an obvious one. Jones is the quarterback of Duke under current Blue Devils head coach David Cutcliffe. Years earlier, Cutcliffe was the head coach for current Giants franchise quarterback Eli Manning. Years before that, he was the head coach for Peyton Manning. Over the last 2 off-seasons, Jones has spent time working with the Mannings at the Manning Passing Academy. Eli has brought with him several Giants running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends to the annual camp. Jones has worked with them also. Being around those guys, watching Eli work and lead those workouts and meetings and those types of things is really cool, Jones said after a Senior Bowl practice in Mobile via Newsday. I got to interact with them a little bit. I got to sit in on one of Eli's meetings and just kind of talk to him walking through the building. During his collegiate career at Duke, Jones had the opportunity to watch a lot of game film on Manning with his head coach. We watch a lot of film on those guys, a lot of technique stuff, Jones said. The offense has kind of changed a little bit since his days with Peyton and Eli, but we will occasionally watch an Ole Miss play for something to install. But a lot of technique. I always saw it as it was cool to have a perspective on what Peyton or Eli was like as a freshman in college or something like that. When Coach Cut says Peyton would have done this, I think that's kind of cool to me. It was always a challenge to see if Coach Cut can compare you to Peyton in a positive light. I think hearing from their experiences through Coach Cut was always a cool experience for me. Jones took an extra class this past semester to guarantee he would be eligible for the Senior Bowl. Although Jones is currently projected to be a late first-round pick or possibly a second-round selection, that can change fast. Jones has a chance to at least prove that he is the best senior quarterback in the nation during practices this week and the Senior Bowl game this weekend. The Giants put a lot of stock in the Senior Bowl practice weekend game last January under first-year head coach Pat Shurmur and first-year general manager Dave Gettleman. The Giants ended up selecting 3 players they fell in love with during the Senior Bowl week: defensive guard Will Hernandez, defensive tackle B.J. Hill, and quarterback Kyle Lauletta. The latter was named the MVP of the Senior Bowl game. After making the selections, the Giants' front office was not candid about how big of a role the Senior Bowl played in each selection. This week allows NFL talent evaluators to observe prospects against some of the best competition at the collegiate football level. This is not always the case for prospects who play in weaker conferences. Jones understands how important this opportunity is for him. I saw this as the first opportunity to separate myself, Jones said of the Senior Bowl. Unlike any other parts of this draft process, this is an opportunity to play in a game and play football. And hopefully for me it's an opportunity to separate myself. The Giants' offseason is here and the biggest decision is due on March 17th when Eli Manning's roster bonus has to be decided on. Stay up to date with everything Giants by taking a second to sign up for our free Giants newsletter. If the Giants do decide Jones is their next franchise quarterback, the Duke prospect would be happy to sit behind Manning and learn from him. That would be a huge opportunity for me to learn from one of the best quarterbacks to ever do it, Jones said of Manning. He's proven how great he is, and over the course of his career he's achieved a whole lot. To be able to learn from him and observe his daily routine, his practice habits, his preparation in areas of the game, would be a huge opportunity for my growth and development. Time will tell if the Giants' interest in Jones is genuine or just a draft season smokescreen.